oil-free makeup remover from Beauty Counter. It's the clean dupe of any normal liquid remover, and it just works so well. And when I say cotton rounds, I'm talking about not cotton balls, because those leave lots of fibers and can get in your eye, and that's really uncomfortable. Don't ever use a cotton actual spoolie type thing. Don't use like something like a Q-tip, because that also has little cotton pieces that can come out and get in your eye. They're so small that you can't really see them. So you definitely want to stick with something that's like reusable. And if you're a makeup artist like me, you'll want to like actually give them that cotton round.
Hey beauties, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the one and only Clean Beauty Podcast. Did you know that in America, cosmetics are not regulated? Companies are free to add thousands of potentially harmful ingredients that personally cause me to have health problems. Hi, I'm the creator of Lash Binder and your host, Cassandra McClure. I've worked in the beauty industry worldwide for over 10 years as a wedding and celebrity makeup artist. Now, I'm on a mission to ban 1,500 ingredients by advocating for cleaner and greener cosmetics. Join me every Monday right here for a new episode on the Clean Beauty Revolution.
Hey, how many of you guys read Good Housekeeping? I never really read their articles or magazine, or if they even have a magazine, but I did find this really interesting set of 9 kind of things that I wanted to add and update when it came to mascara. So I found these little tips and I was like, oh my gosh, these are so good that even as a professional, you kind of forget to talk about or feel like, maybe people might find this valuable. So I thought, oh my gosh, I have to share a couple of them and then add my own little kind of fun facts in here. So a lot of people don't know how to take off the mascara. So let's start with that. You know that you should take your makeup off before you go to bed. We've talked about this in other episodes. Before you go to sleep, you want to make sure that your pores don't get clogged. And you think, well, mascara is on my lashes. It's not really on my skin. But your mascara will wipe onto your skin, especially if you're, moving your head onto the pillow and things. Your mascara is often hard to remove, so a lot of us don't remove all of it when we try, and we think we actually did. And one way I know this is as a professional. People come sit in my chair and I'll say, ooh, you still have some mascara? And they say, no, I took it off last night. And then I take a little remover to their eye and I quickly show them that there is a ton of goop stuck in the hair follicles closest to their lash line. And it's because they're not using a 10x mirror. They're not really washing. They're just tired. They're trying to go to sleep quickly and they aren't removing every little last drop. And what can start to happen is, obviously you can get an infection. If your eyelashes are trying to fall out, that's going to expedite that process. But you can also get little red bumps, or you can start to get irritation in your eye. You can wake up with red, irritated eyes. That's no fun. So you want to use a really good eye makeup remover. 2 of my favorites are the oil-free makeup remover from Beauty Counter. It's the clean dupe of any normal liquid remover, and it just works so well. And when I say cotton rounds, I'm talking about not cotton balls, because those leave lots of fibers and can get in your eye, and that's really uncomfortable. Don't ever use a cotton actual spoolie type thing. Don't use like something like a Q-tip, because that also has little cotton pieces that can come out and get in your eye. They're so small that you can't really see them. So you definitely want to stick with something that's like reusable. And if you're a makeup artist like me, you'll want to like actually give them that cotton round that you can wash in the wash. And my clients pay premium. So when I use a new beauty blender, they keep that. When I use like a lipstick, they usually keep that. So my style of work is a little bit different. I don't like to use disposables. I try to stay really sustainable in my work, and I actually have them bring their own mascara, or I give them a new mascara, a tube of their own mascara to take with them. But anyways, when it comes to removing, you want to make sure that the remover pads are really nice and good. clean. And for even waterproof mascara, you want to make sure that you're using a good cleansing balm. Like, I love the Beauty Counter cleansing balm, and I am a consultant with this company, just an FYI. So it technically is an advertisement, but I want to let you guys know that you can shop with me and you can ask questions. And if something that doesn't work and you try it, you can use it for up to 60 days. So definitely let me know if you have any questions about that. So next up, number 2 is you're not customizing your look. So applying mascara is not a one size fits all. And if your eyes are farther apart, you want to put more on the inside of your eye. Did you ever know that? Have you ever thought about that? If your eyes are closer together, you'll want to make sure to make them look less closer together by going and putting more on the outside of your lashes, right? And I know that that's something that most of us don't think about doing. And we're like, well, do I have close set or do I not? You'll know if your eyes are farther apart, and you will want to put it closer into the center. And if you have just normal set eyes, then maybe you want longer, fuller, curlier lashes, right? Or just clump free. And one solution that I definitely am going to plug in here is using false lashes. And you can get elongated kind of looking lashes and really put some volume in them by adding mascara on top of them and blending them into your normal lashes. And of course, I always recommend that you never, ever, ever use tweezers. You're using a lash binder or a tool to put your lashes on that does not contain metal, because metal can be very, very dangerous. And you definitely want to use a tool that is clean and made with a silicone tip, right? Number 3 is that you're only using one mascara. That can sometimes be an issue, because if you're only using one, you might not be getting the full effects that you're looking for. Some mascaras are meant for the thickness, right? They're thicker. Some are meant for length, so they might have little fibers, or they're a 2-step, so you're actually priming and then using a top coat. So if you use 2, you could definitely see a difference, and a lot of people don't realize that. So if you have the time in the morning and you're getting married, hey, tell your makeup artist to use 2 mascaras instead of 1, because you're definitely going to see some results there. So the next is you're curling your lashes after applying mascara. If you're doing that, you are pulling your lashes out, you're making them thin, brittle, and sparse, and you are not getting the look that you need. The way to properly curl your lashes is before any mascara or lashes applied. Why? Because you curl them and then use it almost as like a setting. So think about when you curl your hair. You don't put a hairspray on before you curl it, right? You might put a primer on there, but you're not really, or a protectant if you're heat styling. Same thing you should be doing if you are curling your lashes with a heated curler. I love the heated curler we have on lashbinder.com, and I also found the most amazing eyelash curler in the world. It's black, but it has a white strip inside. And I find that very, very useful, both in my professional kit and at home. Why, you ask? Because when it's all black, like the little squishy thing in there, the little piece of plastic or silicone that's inside that, actually touches the lashes. If that is black, it's hard to see dust and debris and mascara. And what can happen is that can start to stick to your lash and stick to the metal part. And that can cause your lashes to be pulled out. And we don't want that, right? So go on lashbinder.com to get the one with the white tip inside. You don't want your lashes to break when curling them. So you want to make sure your mascara is completely not on your lashes. You want to make sure that it's off the night before, and that you check your lashes really closely in the mirror. And it pays to get a close mirror, like a compact or something really close on your vanity you can get really, really close up. You don't want to leave any vulnerable lashes. Or lashes are the thinnest little hairs, and they're really, really tiny. And you want to make sure that if you are curling them, you curl them first, okay? Next up is you are afraid of your curler. We don't want that, right? Curling your lashes are going to make your eyes look more open, bigger. If you have really big eyes and you're like, oh my God, that's the last thing I want to do, you can maybe skip this step. But the main thing is definitely opening up the eye to make them look more, like make yourself look more awake, right? And the number one thing that I get from brides and clients in the morning when I'm at a 7 a.m. photo shoot or TV gig, it's that they say, oh my God, I'm so tired. Can you just make me look more awake? So of course I use a eye drop to make sure that their eyes reduce the appearance of any redness. And then I go ahead and heat up my lash curler with my blow dryer, or I use the heated curler from lashbender.com that we use, and I curl the lashes and I hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay. Then I move the lash curler out about like a mini centimeter, like a tiny, tiny bit. And then I hold the curl again for 10 to 15 seconds. And then I move it out a little bit more. So I'm kind of like going down the hair. And if you think about a straightener, you don't just straighten your hair like, go down your hair and just like straighten the top and then that's it. No, you straighten the entire thing very slowly, right? Think about even curling your hair. You're curling it slowly. You're holding it there. Otherwise, you're not going to see a difference. And that goes for the hair on your lashes as well as the hair on your head. So you want to start at the root. Don't get really close to the skin because, like I said, your hair is really, really sensitive. You wouldn't take your curler or your straightener and go right to the root, right? We have a little bit of a protective thing on our heating products, our hot tools when we go to curl our hair. We don't want to get really close to the scalp or that will hurt. So you want to go all the way as close to your lash line as possible and then curl and then move out, repeat, and do that over and over. And you will see a difference. We're about halfway through. So the next one is the mascara you're using. We've talked about this in another episode about just avoiding infection from the very beginning and using mascara that is new every couple months. You want to invest in new mascara. Don't wait 6 months to get a new mascara. Get a new one in a couple months. If you wear mascara once a week, that doesn't really change things because the mascara gets old. The bacteria is even more likely to grow in there because it's in there for a long time in the dark and then you're bringing it out. So it's better just to get a new mascara every couple months. If you're buying a $50 mascara, you may want to consider going on Beauty Counter and getting a really good clean mascara that isn't going to harbor bacteria, that that is clean and is safe enough for yourself, your teen, or your little daughter that is trying to put on makeup for the first time. Next is you're not wiping off the brush. So there's so many times the wand of the mascara brush, I see people use it in videos all the time, and then they wonder why they get this clumpiness. And the clumpiness actually comes from the mascara wand being so full of product that when it goes on, you kind of get this goopy look. And you want to just wipe the end of the spoolie, which is the end of the mascara wand, off a little bit. If it looks like there's a lot of product on there and you can't even see the bristles anymore. When you take it out of the tube, you just gently wipe off the excess. If you use a tissue, I've seen some articles that say, like the one on Good Housekeeping, it said use a tissue. And I think that that's kind of a bad idea because you're now getting fibers from that tissue on the mascara wand, whether you can see them or not. And I just think that you should use the tube that it came in. And this way you're going to get the lengthened look and it's not going to get into a big spidery mess, right? 2 more to go here. If you're pumping the wand of your mascara in and out, trying to get product on it, and you think that that's working, what you're doing is actually pushing air in there and you are drying out your mascara before it's time. So if you are trying to, separate your lashes and you're trying to, make them not look clumpy in the beginning, you're probably pumping it too much. So what you should do is just take the wand out of the tube. You don't need to pump it around. All you're going to do is cause clumping and flaking, right? You don't want it to be flaking off onto your face. If it starts to do that, you need new mascara. If you want to get product on, just twist the wand inside circularly. inside of the bottle. Don't pump it in and out. Last but not least, start with your bottom lashes. So this is a big thing because if you are actually starting on the top, if you've ever gotten that like little clump of black that kind of gets onto your lid after you go to do your bottom lashes, it's because you're doing your top first. And I know this is probably the biggest one. Even I am victim of it sometimes because I naturally just want to do my top first because that's where I want the product to go. But you actually want to start with the bottom. Otherwise, you're going to smudge your makeup on the top if your lashes are that long. So just look straight ahead, place the wand vertically, so up and down, and grab and do all those little tiny hairs on the bottom first. And if you use it long ways, you could maybe, but you're not going to be able to get all those little hairs. And if you use a zigzaggy motion, kind of like move it a little bit, you can kind of wiggle the end of that wand and get all your hairs really, really nice. So that's my tips for today for mascara. One thing that I will kind of add on to this is just a couple tips about mascara and the safety and health of your lashes. So I really, really recommend that you are making sure that you're giving your lashes a break, not just at nighttime, but a few days a week. And a huge way you can do that is by implementing false lashes. And I know that's scary to a lot of people, and you might have even tried it before and it didn't work for you, or your friend tried it and it didn't work, or they were really irritating. It could have been the lash style, and there's so many different types. It could have been the material, because there's mink, there's human hair, there's plastic, synthetic ones. And I really, really, on the cancer patients that I personally work with, they all love the human hair because they're the most natural looking. They have a clear band, and you can find these all on lashbinder.com. And with the glue that I also use, we use a hypoallergenic glue that is fragrance free. And a lot of people have issues with latex or fragrance or other ingredients that are included in a lot of the drugstore and online glues that you can find. The less ingredients, the better. So I really advise that you try eye glue that's on lashbinder.com because it is the best glue that I have found. And like I said, I take it into the hospitals with me, and cancer patients use it all the time. And they are the most sensitive. And I say that because they actually have to be really, really careful with what they're putting on their skin. And if they don't react, you're way less likely to as well. So I'll just say to give that a shot and not completely rule out false lashes. And why I say that on an episode about mascara is because if you wear mascara every day, I always give this analogy. If you were to put hairspray and just coat your hair with hairspray, or even if you were to coat your hair with mascara every day, what would your hair look and feel like? It would be thin, brittle, and sparse, right? So you want to think about, okay, if I give my hair a break, if I give my lashes a break for a day or two, a week, how much longer and thicker will they actually grow? And you will see a difference. A lot of people use different oils at night, and they try to really grow the health of their lashes, and they're using serums, they're paying hundreds of dollars for eyelash extensions. But what you're really doing with eyelash extensions is you can weigh them down. They can come out if you're not really careful. If you don't have the best artist, it might not even be the most safest thing. So you really want to think about extending the life of your lashes for as long as possible. And a great way to do that is with falsies. So get the right kind, the right size, make sure you're cutting them down, and you are using the best glue for your skin type, and you're not gluing the lashes to your lashes. And of course, last but not least, you have a tool like Lash Binder to apply the lashes safely, sanitarily, and quickly, and without any irritation. You shouldn't even actually touch them with your fingers or adjusting the lashes with your fingers. You should use Lash Binder and not use anything with metal near your eye, okay? And just one last tip, don't be sharing your mascara with anybody but your own eyes. Don't be sharing it with your friends, your mom, your sister. Don't do that, because that can cause all kinds of problems. And I have another episode on that too. I'm going to leave you here with a little gift. You can always get in touch with me online on any social platform. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, but the most important place, my favorite place, is my website, CassandraMcClure.com. And on there, you can get in touch with me. You can leave me a voice memo that I will play on the show. You can also write me an email. So you can write me through my website. And if you do that, I am going to give you a free consultation. So if you have your questions about lashes or mascara, or you have something to add, you can write me an email and I will get on the phone with you personally for 10 to 15 minutes. And we can talk about whatever questions you have as a free consultation, as an intro into my personal coaching and branding. And I have worked as an entrepreneur for my entire life. I've had several businesses. I've built bridal beauty teams. I've done all sorts of celebrities and worked in Hollywood and all over the world. So if you are an entrepreneur and a makeup artist and you're looking to up-level your business and your life and work in some sort of sector, or join a team, or up-level your business and join a network marketing company like Beauty Counter, or you're really just looking to find clarity on some things, you should get in touch with me. I am working on a retreat next year, a clean beauty retreat. And so a few select individuals will be able to be invited to that. It's going to stay very small, under 20 women. We're already over halfway filled up with that. So if you are interested in that, that's a lot of personal one-on-one time where we can really perfect your skills as a makeup artist, perfect your selling techniques as a salesperson. If you are working with a lot of clients and you're looking to either sell online or you're trying to increase your revenue when you're working with a client, that's something that I also can work with you on. And I have a couple other coaches that are coming with me to this summit. So anyways, definitely get in touch with me if you have any sort of questions. Free 15-minute consult. I can't wait to hear from you. If you follow me online, definitely give me a shout and let me know you listened to this episode. And if you have anything to add, like I said, let me know. And I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Clean Beauty Podcast. I'm so thankful for your support that I decided to start giving away $500 in custom curated clean beauty products each month. Do you want to win? Share why you love listening in a review on iTunes. Then screenshot that review and share it on your Instagram feed with the hashtag BAN1500. If you've already reviewed the podcast and still want to win, just repost the giveaway from the Clean Beauty Podcast Instagram feed, and you'll be re-entered to win in the next drawing. Good luck! For information on my tour schedule, upcoming events, press announcements, joining my Clean Beauty team, or to book me to speak at your next event, head over to my website, CassandraMcClure.com.